So, Oxford United 0, Arsenal 3. Bored is an understatement for the first 63 minutes. We ended up winning the game 3-0. Eddie and Katie are two lovely little goals. El Neni chipped in with a bullet's header off of Fabio Vieira cross, but it wasn't good viewing. It wasn't great at all. But at least we're in the cup, Jez. Last year at this stage, we were knocked out 1-0 to Gandalf, who scored for Nottingham Forest. What did you make of that, mate?
Well, first half was crap. Just shows, Lee, that the inability we have on our very weak bench, that in the second half we had to bring on some senior players to get it over the line. The first half, Nketiah was getting no service. And in the second half he did, although albeit his second goal with VAR would have been offside. So I learned tonight, I didn't realise VAR is only used at Premier League games in the FA Cup. I find that bizarre. I find that very
it's because of the size of the stadium, I think. I think it's to do with a stadium that has like a big, I may be wrong, people can correct us, but I'm pretty sure that if they have a massive big screen, and I know they had the scoreboard behind the goal, but if, you know, at the Emirates, you've got the two big screens, one either end. Yeah, if you've got one of them in your ground, then they'll have VAR. That's what it was last season anyway. Maybe I'm lying. I don't know. Maybe it's not the same anymore. But yeah, kind of weird though, isn't it? And even when it was a Premier League game the other day, they didn't have the cameras in line for the Wolves goal that they ruled offside. Like, it makes no sense, Des.
I don't get it, man. This game's rat shit now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Mate, I want to ask you about the starting 11, because we see Saka hobble off in the end, and I know it's great in hindsight, but I think he's only got a sprained ankle. He should be all right for Sunday, but he shouldn't have been on the pitch.
No.
We've got Marquinhos sat on the bench. Like, he's played Europa League games. Sorry, no disrespect to Oxford United, but this is kind of a Europa League tie, although they did show a lot of battle, heart, fight, all of that. But you know that. It's the FA Cup. We've seen upsets this weekend already, Stevenage, etc. You know what you're going to get. But instead of playing Saka Martinelli, we could have played Smith Rowe for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Get his fitness levels back up. We could have played Marquinhos instead of risking Saka. We didn't need to play Martinelli and Saka tonight. Obviously, we have no centre-backs. So Tomiyasu played at right back, and then we had Rob Holding in there. Gabriel Magalhaes, I actually thought he played very well again tonight. I thought he did all right. It was kind of easy work for him, but he did what he had to do. But again, I don't think he should have started. I don't think any senior player should have started that game. But that shows how poor and weak our squad is, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I was just saying that, Lee. In the fact the matter is that we actually had to bring on the second half senior players to get the game over the line. And that is a big worry. And we'll get onto that, I am bloody certain, in the player ratings, or when we ever do, if we do a podcast some point this week, because I just went mad on my show about this whole thing, and I'm actually disgusted with this football club. The game today, yeah, okay, we did the damage. We won 3-0, but that's at this point in mind, with my mindset, Lee, I'm sorry to say it, that's a minor thing for me at this right point in time. We are going into the season, top of the league, looking to win the first Premier League in nearly 2 generations, and I'll leave it there. I'll go.
No, mate, listen, I make you right, Jez, right? Because listen, we can talk about the game all we like. The game was crap. Yeah, let's just have that right. The game was rubbish. We did what we had to do. Anyone who didn't watch it looks at the score and goes, "Oh, well, that was routine." Yeah, it wasn't routine, but it should have been, right? But I make you right, yeah. And we're top of the table. We're 5 points clear. We've been tracking a player from Ukraine who's played less than 30 league games in his entire career. He's 22 years old, been dubbed the Ukrainian Neymar. At 19 years old, Neymar was in the top 10 of the Ballon d'Or list. Yeah. So let's just slow down a little bit here about Ukrainian Neymar. This guy at 22 hasn't even played 30 league games. Apparently, we're super close. It's nearly done for like 80 mil or whatever. Ridiculous money. Not our money. I don't really care. But we were in for João Felix, and we've seen a club from West London who have literally had our pants down again, Jez. And this is maybe, I don't even know. I've lost count how many times they've had our pants down over the last 2 decades, which coincides with us not winning league titles. Yeah, because one club took it seriously. The other club was just all about the money. Yeah, this time round, again, we heard Edu say on the 25th of July, 2022, this club needs to win titles, trophies. We need to go for it. Why not? Why can't we do it now? He said. We've been tracking Mudryk since at least April.
Yeah.
How have we not signed the guy? As we record this, it's 10 past midnight on the 10th of January in Spain. So it's 10 past 11 in England. How have we not signed him yet? How have we been tracking João Felix all the way through December and allowed, for the sake of a couple of million, him to go to Chelsea, who, by the way, are in turmoil and sat 10th? How has that happened?
Yeah.
It's mad.
Lee, I just beggars belief to me. I am so angry tonight. I don't think I've been this angry in a very, very long time with Arsenal Football Club. How can you be going into trying to challenge to win the Premier League 5 points clear with a bargain player on the table, which we could have got over the line like that, but we were piss-arsing about, arguing about the loan fee. £11 million. Are you having a laugh? That is revenue for Arsenal in 2 weeks. Revenue.
Probably not even 2 weeks, Jez.
Probably not. Online sales, God knows what else. And we are piss-arsing about. I have to say, Lee, and I don't want to lose it again, because I don't want to lose it on your channel. But what is this absolute number one new prick at Arsenal Football Club, Mr. Edu, doing? He is faking a living. That guy is a bloody disgrace, and he should be sacked. If he doesn't get players in of quality by the end of January, he should be sacked. It's a disgrace. I put in your chat tonight a very poignant statement. I saw people putting in there on the light on your watch log. It's the Cronkies. It's not the Cronkies. How can people say it's the Cronkies? He's been given damn near £400 million. All the Cronkies do is release the money through the board. It's Edu, Vinay. They are the ones that go to the board. Vinay is the technical director, says, we want this player. We need to negotiate. And if he
Edu, you mean Edu, yeah?
Edu, yes.
Yeah,
Edu needs to go in and say, right, we want João Felix. Let's go and talk to the agent, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it over the line. Right, you want £11 million? Okay, well, we need that player. That
Jez,
is more money for Arsenal Football Club.
It makes me laugh, right? And sorry to cut you off here.
No,
we're going to go and spend allegedly around 80 million quid on an unproven 22-year-old in a league that ain't even in the top 10 leagues in Europe, right?
Yeah.
Instead, we could have took all of that money that we're going to spend on this unproven kid who may or may not be any good. We're going to took all of that, divvied it up over 3 players and fixed 3 gaps on the squad, on the bench, right? Or we could have said, there you go, Atletico. There's 80 million quid for João Felix, who instantly walks in the first 11 over Eddie Nketiah. Albeit he scored 2 great goals tonight. João Felix is like he is clear. Or we could have done, like I said, divvy it up 3 players. We could have gone and got Tillemans, Zaha, or Trossard. We could have gone and signed somebody else. Anyone, pick a player. It could have been anyone. We could have phoned up Crystal Palace and said, we'll swap Eddie for Zaha. Instead, we are putting all of our eggs, and Ola said this on the watch long right at the end. He said, if Mudryk is the only signing we sign in this January window, yeah, they should all leave. They genuinely, they should all piss off, right? Because this kid ain't kicked a ball since the 23rd of November. We're now on the 10th of January. So he ain't coming in straight away and walking straight in the first 11.
No.
He ain't played football for 2.5 months or 2 months. Is he getting in over Martinelli? No. Okay. Can he get in at left wing? That's the only position he can play. Yeah, he can play at left wing. Cool. Eddie, you're up front. But then you can't take, Martinelli, you're up front. Now you can't take Eddie out because Eddie scored 4 in 3 games. Yeah. So it's great options to have. But having said that, the kid is one for the future. The future is this season. I don't care about next season until next season, Jez. Like, go and do what's required now. We could have by now had Zaha or Trossard, as backup to Martinelli. And Zaha can play multiple positions. We could have had Tielemans, who instantly, when you look at the bench, go, right, cool, let's get him off, let's get Tielemans on. When we look at the bench now, I don't really fancy Sambi Lokonga. We could have gone and bought McAllister. We could have gone and bought the lad Douglas Luiz, even though I don't rate him. We were looking at him in summer, and putting last deadline day, like 11th hour bids in. What's happened to him? What about Houssem Aouar, the player that we were in love with apparently 2 years ago? What happened to him? He's in 6 months. Mate, let's hope this kid comes in and smashes it. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm going to say to you, Lee, and I know that I'll get abuse for this one, it stinks of corruption, this to me. It stinks. Like
they're saying dodgy, I can't lie. Yeah.
When we signed that Brazilian kid, we could have got for free Marquinhos. We paid £3 million for him. Why?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we gave him a nominal fee when we didn't have to.
Didn't have to. It was free. It stinks. This football club stinks.
100%. And we'll leave it on that bombshell, people. Make sure you subscribe to JEZ'S. The link's in the description. We'll do player ratings in about 15, 20 minutes, JEZ'S. And we're out of here, people. Adios, amigos.